Well, the Prime Minister has promised to cut household power bills by up to $250 a year in an overhaul of the electricity sector. Today, finance expert Ross Greenwood joins us now. Ross, obviously a lot of people sweating on some sort of reduction, aren't they?
Well, they really are.
How should this work? Well,
the interesting part about this is the Prime Minister's just had a white paper and had a whole lot of recommendations coming out. She also knows that this is one of the real key points that people are worried about the government, especially after the carbon tax. So she's got a 4-point plan. If we take you through the 4-point plan, the first thing she's going to do is basically try and stop what's called gold plating of the network. In other words, trying to build the system so that it copes with the hottest days and the coldest days, which is when energy usage is higher. So she'll try and cut the overinvestment in the poles and wires. So she's going to try and encourage the companies to be able to cut back, but she needs the cooperation of the states to do that. As well as that, there's also a new group that she's going to create that will allow consumers themselves to put more pressure on their electricity companies. Now, we saw the One Big Switch campaign and what power individual consumers has. The Prime Minister is trying to pick up on this as well. Also on top of this as well is going to be another $23 million, which is going to be put into the Australian energy regulator. Again, this is trying to monitor the whole system so that we can try and get better savings out. And then the final part of this is also going to be, there's going to be rewards for companies to try and mitigate, if you like, their power during the peak days. Now, there's ways in which companies can do this. Turning off lights in big warehouses, trying to run air conditioning systems cooler during those times, particularly in big freezing operations. So a lot of companies are trying to do this themselves. The big question here is whether we get smart meters and whether we ultimately have to pay for those smart meters and whether we need those smart meters. They're going to be big key points politically, I think, and certainly when she sits with the premiers late this week and puts all these points to them, she's going to get big opposition, in particular from New South Wales and Queensland, there's no doubt.
Well, that's it. So she's reliant on the support of the states. Is it going to work?
Well, that's the point. If the states don't cooperate, then the Prime Minister hits a brick wall. But the point is that she's still got an argument then to say, well, listen, I've found a solution to come up with this $250 savings per year. It's the states now, it's not me.
Of course.
And so that's an important piece of politics.
Smell an election.
Exactly.
Thank you, Ross.